The F-16 Fighting Falcon, a name synonymous with air superiority, a symbol of American military might. For Ukraine, locked in a brutal conflict with Russia, the F-16 represented a potential turning point, a beacon of hope in a darkening sky. The advanced fighter jet, with its cutting-edge technology and formidable firepower, promised to bolster Ukraine's beleaguered air defenses against relentless Russian aggression. The transfer of F-16s from NATO countries to Ukraine marked a significant escalation of Western military aid. It signaled a growing confidence in Ukraine's ability to not just defend its territory, but potentially shift the tide of the war. The arrival of the F-16s was met with jubilation in Kiev, a much-needed morale boost for a nation weary from months of relentless bombardment. However, the recent crash of an F-16 in Ukrainian territory has cast a long shadow over this newfound hope. The incident, the first of its kind since the arrival of the American-made jets, serves as a stark reminder of the complexities and risks inherent in modern warfare. It also raises uncomfortable questions about the readiness of Ukrainian pilots to operate such sophisticated aircraft in the heat of battle. The crash also highlights the high stakes of the conflict in Ukraine. This is not just a regional conflict, it is a proxy war between NATO and Russia, a dangerous game of brinksmanship with the potential to escalate into a full-blown global conflict. The downing of the F-16 serves as a chilling reminder of the fragility of peace and the ever-present threat of escalation in this volatile region. Details of the crash are still emerging, but the initial reports paint a grim picture. The F-16, flown by a Ukrainian pilot, went down while on a combat mission against Russian forces. The pilot, whose identity has not yet been released, tragically lost his life in the incident. The crash occurred as the F-16 was approaching its target amidst a barrage of Russian airstrikes. This detail underscores the perilous conditions under which Ukrainian pilots are operating. Facing constant threats from enemy aircraft, ground-based anti-aircraft systems, and sophisticated electronic warfare, Ukrainian pilots are engaged in a high-stakes game of aerial chess where one wrong move can prove fatal. The loss of the F-16 and, more importantly, the pilot, is a significant blow to Ukraine. Each aircraft represents a valuable asset in the fight against Russian aggression, and the loss of experienced pilots is even more difficult to bear. The incident is sure to prompt a thorough investigation to determine the cause of the crash and prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. The crash also serves as a grim reminder of the human cost of this conflict. While much of the focus has been on the geopolitical implications of the war, it is important to remember that behind the headlines and the military hardware, real people are fighting and dying every day. The pilot of the downed F-16 was someone's son, perhaps a husband and father. His death is a tragedy, a stark reminder of the human cost of this senseless war. Prior to the crash, the F-16s had already begun to demonstrate their effectiveness in the Ukrainian theater. Reports from the front lines indicated that the American-made jets had successfully intercepted and destroyed 4 Russian cruise missiles. This early success provided a much-needed boost to Ukraine's air defenses and offered a glimpse of the F-16's potential to alter the course of the war. The F-16's advanced radar and fire control systems make it a formidable opponent for Russian aircraft and missiles. Its ability to engage targets from beyond visual range, coupled with its agility and speed, make it a potent weapon in the hands of skilled pilots. The early successes of the F-16s in Ukraine provided a tangible demonstration of the technological advantage that Western military hardware holds over its Russian counterparts. However, the crash serves as a stark reminder that even the most advanced weapon systems are not invincible. Technology alone cannot guarantee victory on the battlefield. The human element, the skill and experience of the pilot, remains a critical factor in determining the outcome of any engagement. The crash also underscores the importance of providing Ukrainian pilots with comprehensive training on the F-16 platform. While these pilots are undoubtedly skilled aviators, operating a sophisticated aircraft like the F-16 in a combat environment requires specialized training and experience. The Pentagon has yet to release an official statement regarding the F-16 crash. This silence is not unusual, as the U.S. Department of Defense is generally tight-lipped about operational details, especially in active combat zones. The Pentagon's reticence to comment on the incident is likely due to several factors. First and foremost, the investigation into the crash is still ongoing. Releasing information prematurely could jeopardize the investigation and compromise the integrity of the findings. Secondly, the Pentagon is acutely aware of the potential for this incident to escalate tensions with Russia. Any statement that could be construed as assigning blame or confirming Russian involvement in the crash could further inflame an already volatile situation. The Pentagon's silence should not be interpreted as indifference or a lack of concern. The U.S. remains deeply invested in the outcome of the conflict in Ukraine, and the loss of an F-16, along with a Ukrainian pilot, is a significant setback for the U.S.-led effort to support Ukraine's defense.